Hi boys and girls, happy Thursday. I cannot believe that it's already Thursday. This week has gone so fast. I hope that you've been enjoying your week and been able to find some positives through this time. I miss being with you in school, but I know for my kids, they also miss being at school. But the positives for them are they've been able to get their work done a little earlier and just enjoy being outside some too. And it's so much fun to be outside and play in the snow. So I hope that you've been able to find some extra time with your family or time to get outside and enjoy the fresh air. That's so important during this time. I need to remember that as well for me personally. So today you're going to focus on the green rectangular checkbox, and you are going to do 20 minutes of ST math, 10 minutes of extra math, multiplication 0 through 7 practice, and with all of these you want to check on Seesaw other than the ST math and extra math. 6-4 practice, which is 6 and 7 as factors. And I know I've talked to you about the ultimate goal with our multiplication facts is simply mastery. So you see a multiplication fact and you can say the answer to that fact in 3 seconds or less. But while we're working on understanding the concepts of the facts and understanding how to solve them, you're learning some different strategies right now. And this week we've really focused on distributive property. Does that mean it's something you're going to use all the time? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on you and how you learn. So the ultimate goal though is that we can master those multiplication facts, but right now we're working on the strategies. And then Seesaw, Thursday practice words. So just like I would send you in paper packet form, you're going to practice your Thursday words. You can write them on a piece of paper or you can go ahead and practice them on Seesaw. Daily Common Core review. Distributive doctor choice fact. So I'll write directions on that activities assignment. You'll want to look on Seesaw. You're going to either choose any fact from 4, 5, 6, or 7. As long as you have one of those as your factors, I don't mind. And then math notebook review, page 5 and 6, which today for 5 through 6, you are going to work on decomposing numbers. And that's really similar to expanded form, but then you can also break it apart further. So it's really just how you can break apart numbers. So I'll give you a lesson on that as I transition to explain everything. And then you're going to do your Santa's Parachute journaling in your STEM notebook. And then you're also going to make sure you're working on that Christmas Around the World research, which again, you may already have done. So if you already have that done, check it off. If you don't have it done, you need to have it done by tomorrow. So make sure that you are working on that every day. So today in your STEM journal, you are going to go ahead and look at some real world examples of parachutes. Think about what's similar about them, what's different about them. Then you're going to look at the parts of a parachute, the canopy, the suspension lines, which I gave you all string in your folders or in your envelopes as well. So you can cut that string apart to help you with your suspension line. And then the load. So the load for you will be Santa. And I gave you a little Santa character that you can cut out, you can color. And then those are the 3 main parts that you'll need for this activity. But of course, as always with STEM, it's so much fun to be creative. And if you have extra things you want to add on, this is a great time for that. How parachutes work. So after watching your QR codes and after learning about the vocabulary words, I want you to write how parachutes work. So you're going to write a little description, which if you look back to your QR codes, look at all of these. Playtime with parachutes, parachute adventure, how parachutes are made, and falling objects. So if you did not watch those, hopefully you did by now, then you need to make sure that you may have to rewatch some of them to be reminded on how parachutes work. You're going to write a little description here. How parachutes are useful. You're going to write a little description there talking about how parachutes are useful. You're going to draw your blueprints just like we always would in class. So a little sketch of how you would like your STEM project to look. Again, for this project, I provided you with a coffee filter, a Santa cutout, which you'll cut out, you'll color, and then string. So you'll go ahead and use the string and you will design the parachute to help Santa land safely. And then you're going to label on here the main parts of the parachute, the canopy, suspension lines, and load. And then you're going to test your project 3 different times. So tomorrow is your test day. So today, if you want to work on building it, you can, or if you want to save all the building and testing for tomorrow, that's fine as well. Did Santa land upright? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? You're going to test it 3 different times. Did Santa land on the target? I also gave you a target that you need to color. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? And then you're going to talk about what improvements you made to your parachute design. So maybe you didn't make any, maybe you needed to make some because your design was not working successfully, which we all know we've seen in class, and we have to sometimes adjust how our design is made to make it be successful. So today you're doing the 2 pages of journaling, and then tomorrow is test day. So where you actually get to design your project, which maybe you want to start designing today, as I talked about, and tomorrow is the test day. So tomorrow I will go ahead and share with you a video of me testing my Santa's parachute as well and showing you how I designed it. So that way you can go ahead and work on designing and testing yours as well. So I'm going to go ahead and transition to explain everything right now to show you the main parts of your lesson. Do your best today. Make sure that you're being diligent about checking Seesaw and getting your work done. And again, I will see you at 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock if you would like to join on Teams. Have a great rest of your day, boys and girls. All right, so I just showed you Thursday's checkbox. So again, though, make sure you're looking at your paper and checking off all of those items. I am here if you have any questions. Never hesitate to reach out on Teams, and I'm happy to help support you. Also, our meeting times are at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and I will be sharing a story with you, and then also be there if you need any support. But you can also reach out on Teams at any time. Okay, so multiplication 0 through 7, you're going to complete this, and it's just a practice of basic facts today. Then and don't forget to go look on Seesaw and make sure you are submitting that on Seesaw as well. Then you're going to do just a practice of 6 and 7 as factors. You're going to answer the facts at the top of the page, but then you're also going to make sure you're answering the reasoning questions. So I wanted to take a look at this one with you, looking at number 16. What multiplication fact can be found by using the arrays for 2 times 9 and 5 times 9? So if we look here, we know with the distributive property, one of the factors is broken apart, but the other one stays the same. So I notice here, 9 and 9 are the same, so 5 and 2 must have been broken apart. So we need to ask ourselves, 5 plus 2 equals what? 5 plus 2 equals 7, so that must have been the original fact. And then 9 stays the same, so times 9. So hopefully that will help you with that one. Let me look at the next ones. Okay, so looking at number 20 also, how could you use 5 times 6 equals 30 to find the product of 6 times 6? So don't forget to do your restating. You can use 5 times 6 equals 30 to solve 6 times 6, because I want you to think about this. 5 times 6 equals 30, but 6 times 6 is simply one more group of 6. So you can solve 5 times 6 equals 30, or you can use 5 times 6 equals 30 to solve 6 times 6, because you are just adding one more group of 6. We know multiplication is repeated addition. Okay, so let's say what the answer is. So 6 times 6 equals, so if 5 times 6 equals 30, what's 30 plus 6? Hopefully you said in your mind 36. So make sure you copy that down when you're doing your paper, and then you're going to solve the rest of the problems on this page. If you need to pause the video to copy that down, go for it. Solve the rest of the problems on this page, and then you will be good to go. Then you're going to do a daily Common Core review, just a review of some different concepts that we've worked with. And then distributive doctor, so a choice fact. I will give you my choice fact. I will do, let's see, 7 times 4. So I'm going to start by drawing 4 going down, and we know I could have done 7 going down too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can break this one up however you want. So if I add these all up, 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals 28. I'm going to actually split the 4 up into 2 plus 2. I'm going to do that by drawing a line through here. So originally it was 4. Now I have two smaller arrays. So I have this array here that I'm highlighting in green, and then I have this array here that I'm highlighting in black. So it's still 7 times 4, but I'm breaking it apart into two smaller arrays. So this top one is 2 times 7, and this bottom one, guess what, is 2 times 7, because 2 plus 2 equals 4. So I'm going to copy those facts down. 7 times 2, 7 times 2. And again, you can see the 7 stay the same because you only break apart one factor. We broke the 4 apart into 2 and 2. So I'm going to draw the two smaller arrays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 times 2, or 7 plus 7, equals 14. I drew it vertically this time. That is okay as well. We know you can rotate the arrays. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2, again, is 14. Okay, I'm copying my original fact right here. In the first section, 7 times 4 equals 28. Now I'm going to copy the two smaller facts. So 7 times 2 equals 14. I'm going to do the caret down. And then my other smaller fact, 7 times 2 equals 14. Now I'm adding these because I see the plus sign. So 14 plus 14 equals 28. So you can see our answer, or our product, did not change when we broke the array apart using the distributive property. So you're going to choose your fact and then break it apart however you want. Show your two smaller arrays and then show your work at the bottom of the page. You can use my example to help you out. And that is it. So one thing I wanted to show you also, I think most of you have got the hang of this, but I just want to show you for those of you who may not. So you have your paper. Let me go ahead and go on Seesaw real quick. Okay, here's Seesaw. Let me go to the activities. And you have your paper in front of, or your papers all in front of you. So let's say I wanted to share a picture of that distributive doctor, which I did mine online, but I think it's easier to do it on your paper. So this is the choice fact one. All you do is click add response. I'll go in as the sample student. Okay, you'll see my paper packet right here. Oops, not yet. There's the distributive doctor. I'm going to click on the camera on the far left. I'm going to click on photo, and you'll see my packet in front of me. So I'm going to find the distributive doctor choice fact, which I believe is at the end. There we go. Okay, so that's the work that I just did. Pretend like it's all filled out. What I would do is I would take a photo of it, make sure it's nice and clear, okay, and then I would zoom in. You can see that the papers are the same. I would zoom in with my work completed, and then I would press the check mark up in the top right to submit my work. So that's how you do that with those activities. If you have any questions, I will be here. Do your best, work hard, get your work done so you can play outside.